Everyone, welcome back. Another round of Drive It Home Dad. So, today something was a reoccurring theme, whether it was through talking with people, through different things I was reading online today, but the whole idea of teaching your kids. One of the conversations was about the Confederate flag. And back and forth on the argument of its representative of hate, its heritage. I'm not going to get into that conversation. But what it was being focused on is the idea that hate is taught. And I think that anytime we're dealing with teaching, we're dealing with kids, it needs to come from the parents. The argument that... Sorry, I'm making a turn right now. There we go. The argument that something else is going to influence your kids is a valid one. You want to blame it on Call of Duty. You want to blame it on Marilyn Manson. You want to blame it on Eminem or something else that's violent. TV shows. Let's blame TV shows. Let's blame movies. Let's blame all of these things. Okay, so maybe there is... You could blame a very small fraction on that, but it still stems from the fact that the parents are the ones to do the initial teaching. This teaching has to start with the parents, and for the mothers that are staying at home with the children, for the dads that are staying at home with the children, for the kids that are coming home to no one at home because of two parents working, or only one parent in the house that's working. There's education still has to happen to instill the right kind of values and not leave it up to society or different forms of entertainment to form the values for the child. So I make the argument it is always going to be the parents' fault that unfortunately the recent shooting at the Charleston church happened. It's always going to come down to being the parents' fault. Lack of involvement, the parents themselves being misinformed, and hatred breeding hatred. There's just, you're not doing your research. The simple fact of you see something online and then you immediately believe it and no one wants to bother researching it whatsoever. The whole fad of just running to Wikipedia the second you want to learn about something and not actually take understanding of who the source is that originally wrote it. Great example on this one as a side note. If you want to run to Justin Bieber's Wikipedia page, you could find that the whole entire page has been deleted multiple times. I find that kind of funny, and then it has been reinstated. And the question is, who said that anyone had the authority to delete his Wikipedia page, and who had the authority to reinstate it? It's a fun argument to have. Anyway, point being, we need to make sure that we are giving proper education. We need to take the time. I know I've said it before, if we are going to be selfish as parents, then you are a horrible parent. You always need to be constantly giving of yourself for your family. Dads, I'm speaking to you guys. You guys are supposed to be the examples being said. You're supposed to be, by society, the head of the household. And if conversations are not being had to teach and to take out that effort, and you're just relying on someone else to teach it, oh my gosh, holy cow, are you wrong. Let's get out there. Let's be active in the kids' lives. Let's put ourselves secondary, because as I once heard that a father's job is not done until his kids are asleep and his wife is either content or asleep. We always need to be sacrificing of ourselves to love as much as we possibly can, to teach as much as we possibly can. And if there's something that we don't know, well then let's not take the easy route, but let's go off and learn it ourselves. Why not even go and learn it with your kids? Learn it with your wife. That would be a fantastic way to make sure that you are forming a bond, you are educating yourself in a proper fashion, and you're not just spewing more and more nonsense out while you are... Sorry, this guy just cut me off. I'm trying to drive home. I'm the Drive It Home Dad, and you can't cut me off. That's not nice. Even if you have your blinker on, don't do that. Not so cool. All right, let's get back to the main topic. So let's spend the time with our families. Let's learn together. Let's actually have events together. Go see movies together. It doesn't always have to be the rated R film. It could be the family film. Yeah. Even when guys, you get together, you have a guys' night, but you got to bring the kids along because you're trying to let the women have their womanly time, whether they're going to go have dinner or go to a movie themselves or shopping. I don't know. But guys, you can get together too and have the kid play day. And even if you end up watching Curious George as your guys' night, you're still doing the right thing. Put yourself aside and be men. That's the main point that I'm going with here. I'm driving this one home, and I'm going to beat this horse pretty dead because it is so unfortunate that we have so much hatred and so much contempt for people in this country, in this world, that if we were to just try to teach now, you could actually stop the issue. It may take 50, 60 years, but it actually could happen. Will it? I don't know. How about you decide? Go off and teach.